Hi, friends. Continuing on last night's recording and conversation, we are being asked to do the hardest thing in the world, which is to remember. Our default structure is one of forgetting. Everything around us is structured to keep us in a state of forgetting. I'm not exactly sure why, although I know it's in here somewhere, but the point is we must choose to remember. In the Gurdjieff work, one of the main goals of the practice is called self-remembering, which is exactly this. To remember oneself is to be present, to be fully here. And as we continue to talk about, being here is being in the magic and the majesty of this present moment. Although the veils that are around our sense perception keep us in a sense of dullness. Our senses are dulled to the light of this present moment, the awesomeness and the wonder in this present moment. We must choose to remember why we are here. We must choose to remember our path and our purpose, as I shared last night as Jews, our purpose to be acknowledging and expressing the unity of God, that everything and everyone and every moment is the divine. It means you have to choose to remember that each and every moment. And this is what is so difficult. It is so difficult. It is why Jews wear a yarmulke, a kippah, a head covering. It's why Jews wear the fringes, the tzitzit. It's why there's the mezuzah on the door. All to help us remember where we are and why we are. To remember we're in God and we are here to serve God. This must become the core and eventually the totality of your identity here. If you're walking the path of spirituality in any religion, if you're truly walking this path, if you're not giving it lip service, if it's not just merely an intellectual pursuit, but it is a heart and soul driven pursuit that is at the core of your being and the core meaning and purpose of your existence, then you must give yourself. I must give myself. I am with you, working hard, forgetting constantly that I am in God, that I'm here to serve God, going out into the world, into what we might say, sadly, as a godless world where everyone is living in the mundane reality, doing their mundane day-to-day existence without any thought of God, without any thought of service, or otherwise a very blind faith expression of religious adherence, religious observance. This path is one that is fully alive and awake, and it demands everything, which is why we see so few people truly walking on the path. So I encourage you, if you are serious about this path, to find those ways that help you remember every day, every moment, moment to moment, that help you remember why you're here, that you're part of God, that you're part of the sacred, you're part of the majesty and magic, the mystery of this existence, and that this is your true nature, your true purpose, and your true identity. Your true identity. And choosing that as your true identity, choosing to remember it each moment, and forgetting will happen. And I've been thinking about the Jewish path again. And we have certain teachings that are just so beautiful. One of them is called Ratzo Vishov, running and returning, which is what we do. This is part of the path. You will forget. You will run away from God, not consciously or intentionally, maybe sometimes intentionally, but most of the time not consciously, not intentionally. You just will run, and then you will return. Ratzo Vishov. And this is teaching from, I think, Rabbi Nachman, as well as another one, which is Yerida Letzorech Aliyah. Yerida Letzorech Aliyah means going down, Yerida, going down, falling, Letzorech Aliyah, in order to go up. Actually, the word tzarich is a need, that we actually need. Part of the path is falling. You need to fall in order to ascend. So we fall to ascend. It's part of the path. It's part of the process of growth, of awakening, of transformation. So I encourage you to share the ways that you use to help you remember your true identity. Because without that, without us gathering, without us truly gathering together, each of us individually, truly taking on this identity and this purpose and this task to be a servant to the cosmos, to the divine, we will nothing will change. And when shit hits the fan, which it will, because that's life, we will be very brutal to each other, most likely, unfortunately, sadly. So we need to, for our self-preservation and for the preservation of the planet and humanity, to get on board. And we need more and more and more and more people to take upon themselves the soul identity, to strengthen the soul identity, and to be out there doing God's work, doing Spirit's work, serving the universe, serving the source of all existence, and being a light. That's what it means to be a light in this time of Chanukah, of lighting the lights each night, lighting another light until we have 8, which is infinity, that which is Lamala Mehatava, which is above, transcendent of nature, the realm of 8, infinity. That's what it means to be a light, to bring the awareness of the divinity and the sacredness of each and every individual, to bring that into our consciousness, to see that in our fellow. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love your neighbor, your fellow, as yourself. The self with a capital S. The soul self. To see their soul. To love that in them as we love it in ourselves. This is what it means to be a Jew. This is what it means to be a light in the world. So keep going. Shine your light bright.